What is up? This is your LA in a minute. Nothing describes Los Angeles like car culture. There's more than 8 million cars registered in LA County. But guess what? This was the very first. This is the story of J. Philip Erie, Samuel D. Sturgis, and the first car ever in Los Angeles. Let's get into it. So German engineer Carl Benz, soon to be a Mercedes-Benz, was granted the first patent for a gasoline-powered automobile in 1886. But in the dusty pueblo of Los Angeles, the car and the automobile were unknown. So in 1895, J. Philip Erie, a mine expert, an engineer, a New York native who lived in Boyle Heights, teamed with machine shop owner and Pico Heights resident Samuel D. Sturgis to create the first gasoline-powered vehicle to take the streets of LA. For Erie, it was the culmination of a dream that he'd had before heading out west to Los Angeles, the horseless motor carriage. He'd taken out 30 patents and raised $30,000 to put together the first prototype. The car was simple enough. It had an oversized engine case with machinery in a black box underneath the carriage and enough gasoline to run from LA to San Francisco. That was lined with asbestos for proper ventilation and heat protection, and there were an inch-thick pneumatic tires that were deemed to be practically puncture-proof. The Erie Sturgis vehicle made its debut on May 30th, 1897 at 2 a.m., an hour where the streets would be practically deserted. The automakers wanted to avoid horses and also crowds. So, at precisely 2 a.m., the vehicle was rolled out of the shop that Sturgis owned on Broadway and 5th. Then it was pushed down a long alley onto Broadway, turned onto 6th, and then went down Main for about a mile. And it was considered a success, especially with unpaved, uneven roads. But the car itself was fraught with issues: sputtering, overheating, stopping. And it was said that the car didn't even break the speed limit, which only applied to bicycles and was only 8 miles per hour at the time. But the LA Times said the test was a gratifying success in every way, and that in all probability, it won't be long before a factory is established in Los Angeles for the manufacture of motor wagons. The vehicle was taken on a few more test runs, including one with Mayor William Workman, but they were unable to control the fiery emissions, and at that point, by the end of the year, they abandoned the project. The car never ran again, and there was a sale notice in March of 1902 from the Beacons Van and Storage Company that included the Sturgis Erie vehicle for $147 plus unpaid storage fees. So 126 years and millions of automobiles later, we have J. Philip Erie and Samuel D. Sturgis to thank for the first car ever in Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.